Welcome to Game 2 between McL, Rasek and Road to Expert in the Masters of Arabia tournament. In blue, in the left-hand corner, we have McL Rasek. His opponent will be Road to Expert in the right-hand side, kind of middle-ish area. And we are going to see great play. So far, we have seen a great Cavalry Archer game, and like I've said, I'm always going to spoil the results in Game 2. So here we go, and we saw Road to Expert put up a good fight, go in for the flush. However, those Cavalry Archers of McL Rasek were just too strong, able to position them too well and get up nice and early into the castle age. So he was able to do that damage nice and quickly. So, we are seeing Aztecs, which means we are going to see some... well, most likely see some drushing, honestly. We didn't see... I believe we saw a offensive drush from both players in the previous game, and whether or not they'll go for it again or try something completely different is up to them. Of course, it is easier to lure your opponent's boar with an Eagle Warrior. That is just generally given, so either player might go for the boar lure off their opponent. Let's check out the scouting right now. Not demo loop, we want scouting. So Rasek using that Eagle Warrior's increased line of sight over the Cavalry Archer to be able to capture as much as he can. Finding 2 extra sheep there, going for the lumber camp in this side here. Looks like Rasek has quite an easy map to wall, honestly, so we might even see him wall off completely and just go straight into Imp and do an Eagle Warrior flood. And let's have a look right now for our opponent, Road to Expert. He has scouted out quite well, he's got his area, he knows what he's doing. Not going to be, well actually it wouldn't be too hard to wall, just this big area up here with all his stone on, it's going to be a big miss. This gold mine, not a bad location, he could just wall straight across here, back up across here, but then he's going to lose access to this stone, and with this stone as Aztecs, you want that +4 bonus, which is the Aztecs Elite Tech, which means you're going to need to get a castle up. And here we go, like I expected, Road to Expert luring his opponent's boar in here. This is really going to hurt Rasek's economy right now, because a boar is 340 food gathered at the fastest rate in the game, except for shorefish, I believe, by villagers. And that's really going to hurt, because essentially it's not 340 food lost and gained, it's 340 food lost by you and gained by your opponent. So it's essentially a lot more than it turns out to be, because it'll set Rasek right behind. He's going to have to go to farms and berry bushes early, and berry bushes are very slow food income. And has he noticed that the boar is gone? I believe he should have noticed. Can't see a reason he wouldn't. But yeah, that's really going to hurt. We can see now that we did have Rasek go up and try to lure one of Road to Expert's boar. And this Eagle Warrior only left on 8 hit points. A few more hits from this Eagle Warrior here, and that's going to be good game. Well, not good game, but good game for the Eagle Warrior. We can see now scouting out, no barracks up for either player yet, and no one is going up into feudal age. Rasek isn't anyway. Road to Expert not either. It looks like Road to Expert could actually have a barracks up. There we go, so he is going for the Militia Rush, 5 Militia Rush with that Eagle Warrior. Going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, and are we going to see the barracks pop in here? And there is the barracks. I don't know whether he's seen it. I don't think he would have. Yes, so Rasek has actually not seen the offensive barracks go up, which means that these militia here are going to come straight across. They're going to be able to pick off this Eagle Warrior if they really want to, and it looks like Rasek did manage to scout them right there, trying to get this full wall off done. However, he's going to... it looks like he's actually walled off his entire map so far, so we could actually see a fast castle out of him right now. Rasek taking a very good idea, and just using his map to his advantage, as you need to do in this game, because the maps are generated randomly for anyone who is watching who does not play often, or at all, actually. The maps are all randomly generated, unlike games like StarCraft, where they're always the same, so it's different to do timing attacks, and the gameplay is always different. You can't expect certain things to always happen. So it looks like this first bit of palisade is going to go down. However, we do see Rasek walling it in extremely quickly, and we see Road to Expert is desperately trying to get in at the moment, because these militia do cost quite a bit. I believe it's 60 food, 20 gold. Just off the top of my head, I don't really use militia champions that much myself, because I always prefer to go with archers, etc., other units. And what are we seeing? We're seeing the double archery range come up from Rasek. So it looks like he could go for some feudal pressure, actually. And we can see now that Road to Expert isn't even into feudal age yet. He's going to be in trouble if these archers get down here too quick. They should be able to pick off these they should be able to pick up these militia without too much trouble. So we've seen the double archery range. There should be able to deal with this without too much trouble. Lots of archers coming out there, as he does have the gold inside his own base, which means he's going to be able to use it to his advantage. Eagle Warrior getting picked off there, probably not the best thing that could happen. We have 5 archers out, and it looks like we're going for the blacksmith, so we are going to see the fletching upgrade as well as the padded archer armor later on in the game. And looks like he could be going out for some harass, honestly, or he's going to come up to the back of this hill and try and sandwich these guys. It looks like he's going for the harass, though. And off he goes. He's going to try and get as much harassment in as possible. Are we seeing... no upgrades yet. These at Militia, no upgrades on them yet. And we are seeing the archery range come up. We are seeing the double archery and barracks from Rasek as well. And the micro here should be good because both players are going to need to out-micro each other to really win this because they are both going archers. Rasek as well, up on the scores by about 100 points again. So, skirmishes as well, going to be a great help right now, and looks like he didn't notice that until late there. And losing this hill bonus, which is going to cost him, especially up against skirmishes. Skirmishes, of course, being extremely strong versus archers. They start with +3 pierce armor, so they're going to be able to take a lot of damage. And could honestly make it in here, actually. We are going to see these archers play quite defensively. We do see the fletching upgrade there for both players, which means we are going to see some defense. These archers just pretty much sitting here, and we've seen Castle Age already from Road to Expert. Rasek not even upgrading right now. Rasek absolutely turning the game right now. I thought that we would see Rasek go straight for Castle, but it looks like Road to Expert has taken the lead here, going to be able to do the damage. Sitting on this hill here, keeping as much damage as possible. But we are seeing, I wouldn't be surprised actually if we see Man-at-Arms. This militia have stuck around for a long time. I would expect to see crossbow right now. We are going to see Bodkin arrow, may even see padded archer armor into the future. Or he is going to boom his economy and go straight for eagles. That is probably one of the biggest questions we'll have in this game so far. Eagle Warrior going to be able to do quite a bit of damage with its armor upgrade. These militia here just going to get picked off very slowly, and we see good micro here from Rasek, microing around these guys. However, he does have a lot of archers available actually, and Rasek's still not going up into Castle Age, so he will actually be outdone when it comes down to it. It looks like though this might have been resources wasted for Road to Expert, as he hasn't got crossbow yet. Going up then, do we have the +2? We don't even have the +2 range upgrade, so he might have honestly gone up a bit early. Just because he wasn't able to get these upgrades so far, he could have just pumped out a few more feudal units, and he could have done a bit more damage to Rasek, because he's not even going up yet. We see the crossbow has been done. We haven't seen Elite Skirmisher. We see the +1. Still no there, but picking off these villagers here, that village there surviving with half her HP, very good effort. And we see right now, Rasek just picking off all these lumberjacks. He just missed that last one over here. If he can get over here and pick off all these gold miners, we can see that Road to Expert's going to have to give in the game right now. And I've just noticed the game counter isn't up. I am so sorry, guys. And here we go, going for villager kills over army kills right now, because if he can kill off all these villagers, it's going to do a lot of damage. But it looks like he's microing around quite pro-S now, and he's just doing his maximum damage to these crossbows. Crossbows, of course, are out-teching these archers, but there's not a lot they can do. And here we go, taking all his villagers off just to go this, and it looks like he is starting to walk the micro out, kiting these villagers along, forcing them to come out like this. Looks like he's going to lose quite a few. That villager surviving on 2 HP, wouldn't be survived if it gets taken down. As we can see, no ballistics or thumb ring done yet, as we can tell by the misplace of all these archer arrows. Crossbow going to go down here. Wouldn't be surprised at all if all these villagers get killed off, because he's out of gold at the moment. We can see these units over here, they're still harassing Rasek, but not a lot they can do. Rasek's walled himself off, so there's minimal harassment he can do. All these villagers going down now. We can see Rasek is going up to Castle Age. Probably the only reason Road to Expert is holding in right now is he knows he's in Castle Age, whereas Rasek isn't. And there we go, Rasek is in Castle Age. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the resign quite soon, honestly. The scores are quite close, but we can see Road to Experts just has been hurt quite a lot. And here we go, we're seeing this here, these villagers getting killed off here. And we've got the Siege Workshop coming out, which means we're going to see the Mangonel. Haven't seen a Mangonel yet, and I am tired there by Road to Expert. Could have been played late in the day, but we might see. And there's a good game from Road to Expert. Good play by both players. It was quite a fair matchup, I will say. Road to Expert doing a good job, however, not being able to keep the pressure on enough. McL, Rasek, we will see you in round 2. Well played. I'll see you guys in the next game.